Bhishma sent Amba with all honor to Salva, since she had chosen him as her husband. But Salva said that he had been defeated by Bhishma in the contest for Amba's hand. So he refused to marry Amba. Hurt and angry, Amba went to Bhishma, who asked Vichitravirya to marry her. But he refused because she loved Salva already. Then she asked Bhishma to marry her. He could not do so because of his vow. She prayed to Lord Kartikeya, who gave her an ever-fresh garland. Whoever wore it would be Bhishma's deadliest enemy. No one wanted to help her because everyone feared the powerful Bhishma. So she hung the garland on the gate of King Draupada's palace. She performed great penance till Lord Shiva granted her a boon. In her next life, she would kill Bhishma. Amba gave up her body. She was reborn as Draupada's child Shikandin, who would slay Bhishma. Amba reborn. Amba was born as the daughter of King Draupada of Panchala. One day, she saw the garland of ever-fresh flowers hung on the palace gate. No one had dared to put it on all these years. Amba wore it. Draupada was terrified that her action would bring Bhishma there in anger. So he exiled her to the forest. She performed hard penance there and successfully changed her form into that of a man. She became Shikandin, a warrior. During the war at Kurukshetra, Bhishma knew that Shikandin would kill him, but his code of conduct did not allow him to attack a woman. He felt that Shikandin had been born a girl. Therefore, even if he had become a man now, Bhishma could not attack her. Thus, it was that during the great war at Kurukshetra, Shikandin, with the help of Arjuna, succeeded in killing Bhishma, and Amba kept her vow. Succession at Hastinapur. Unfortunately, King Vichitravirya died without leaving an heir. Satyavati felt that her sons had died because she had been unjust to Bhishma, denying him his right as the heir. So she asked him to become king and marry the two widowed queens. But Bhishma had taken an unbreakable vow. So he refused and reminded Satyavati of her other son Vyasa. Vyasa came when Satyavati summoned him. She explained the need for an heir and requested him to take the throne of Hastinapur. Vyasa agreed to provide heirs for Hastinapur, but he did not wish to be king. Vyasa was very ugly, so when Ambika saw him, she shut her eyes. Her son Dhritarashtra was therefore born blind. Ambalika turned pale out of fear when she saw Vyasa, so her son Pandu was born very pale. Both, however, would become brave warriors due to the blessings of Vyasa. Satyavati's anxiety. Satyavati was very worried that one heir would be born blind and the other pale. She had seen both her sons die when they were young. It was necessary that the successor to Shantanu should be a strong and capable warrior and leader. So she sent Ambalika once more to Vyasa. But the frightened Ambalika, instead of going herself, sent her maid to him. The maid respected the sage and served him with humility and reverence. Vyasa therefore blessed her with a wise and intelligent son, who, he said, would become an able minister of the kingdom of Hastinapur. He would be able to guide the king in all matters of state and worldly affairs. This was Vidura. The three boys grew up together in the palace and were taught all the arts required of princes. Vidura's birth in the house of the Kurus was connected with his past life.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, Subscribe to Sahil Book House.